Lately on the channel, we've been having a lot of talks about resonance and really high resonance players. Yesterday, we put out a video featuring a 10K resonance player and what that actually means. But the question is, what does that actually mean for some of us regular players? Some of us players that will never reach that type of resonance. For myself, for example, I'm sitting at 1,582 resonance. This is me as a low spender, spending between $5 and $15 per month and having played every single day for a year. I'm at 1,500 resonance. How does this affect you as a player, and will you not ever being able to get massive resonance really hurt your play inside of the game? This is kind of what we're going to be diving into today. So first of all, we're going to go on over and check out Battlegrounds really quickly, because this is going to be able to give us a look at the leaderboards. Essentially, your resonance is going to mostly affect your play and your success inside of Battlegrounds, inside of being a Shadow versus Immortal battle. And really, that's it. Now, the higher resonance you have, the more power you have, and it'll help you in the open world as well. But there's other things you can do inside of the open world to make yourself be successful without having that much resonance. So for all of you players that are either brand new, looking at my video yesterday and saying, oh my God, how am I ever going to get to that much resonance? You don't have to enjoy the game. So let's take a look at Flex right here. He's a friend, used to be part of our clan family, now part of Fight Club. Let's take a look here at his resonance and see what we have going on. He's the #1 in leaderboards right now. Notice he's just about 30'd out over here. The new pieces of gear are set at 21. And his combat rating, 23,000. When we look at more attributes, we'll look at his resonance, 7,506. Now that's really respectable for resonance. That's a high amount of resonance. That's a high amount of spend inside of the game as well. Notice he has the awakened slots. And inside of the awakened slots, though, we're not seeing what we saw yesterday, which are all the gems inside of the awakened slots, right? So that's how you are truly going to get to that 10K resonance, is to awaken a piece of gear, max out the gem inside of there. As you can see right here, he has at level 10, 5-star Blessing of the Worthy, and then putting all of the 5 gems inside of that gem. Let me take you somewhere to make it a little bit more understandable for those of you that don't understand resonance. Let's go to myself right here. This is my current resonance, and as you can see, we have right here multiple different gems. These 2 slots, 1 and 2, if you notice, they are purple. If you notice over here, we have a purple slot here and a purple slot here. These have been awakened slots, which allow me to add gems in there for increased gem resonance. So let's use my Berserker's Eye, for example. We're going to go to the gem resonance really quickly so you can get a good look at what this actually looks like. This is the gem I have max leveled. This is my rank 10, 1-star Berserker's Eye. Inside of this, I was able to put 2 gems, which are predetermined for me. And in 1-star gems, those are going to be other 1-star gems. Here, I got a Everlasting Torment. I've ranked this up to rank 6, giving me an additional 6 resonance that can be added to my character. Really, it's not a ton when you think about it. Now, I could rank this one all the way up to rank 10 for an extra 10 resonance from the Everlasting Torment. In addition to that, I have a Mocking Laughter. That was the one that was required in the other slot. And I've gotten this one up to rank 5, additionally giving me 5 extra resonance. So from this slot, I've gotten myself 161 resonance. 150 of that was from the rank 10 Berserker's Eye, and 11 of that was a combination of these 2 gems that I placed inside of the awakened slot. In addition to this, from awakening your gear, you're getting an 8% attribute bonus. Now, of course, this is different for all different pieces of gear wherever you are, but this is for me right here. When you socket the gems, I got up to 10 gem power. 5 here, 6 here, so we're actually at 11. So I unlocked the primary attack damage increase by 3%, an additional bonus. And when I get each of these to 10, then I will unlock this level 20 bonus, skill damage increase by 2%, which I actually want. As a barbarian, I roll around with my skills a lot more than I do with my primary gear. So what does this mean for open world? We have been featuring builds in the channel over the last couple of days that are really solid for open world combat for the majority of what you play inside of the game. I ask and I pose this question: how many of you frequent battlegrounds? How many of you care about being the immortals inside of the game? Do you care? If you don't care about battlegrounds, and if you don't care about being the immortal, and you really just are a shadow so you can get the extra rewards, then your residence really won't matter. You could focus on 1 and 2 star gems and slow churn the grind, enjoy it when you get to experience these upgrades, and not worry about the 5 stars. I mean, if we take a look at my 5 stars right here, where are we? We've got a Seeping Bile, and we also have the Blood-Soaked Jade. All right, I'm never gonna get these past rank 6. That's probably realistic for me to say. I could grind out, you know, spend a little money here, a little money there, grind out platinum from getting gems and selling them, and I could eventually rank these up, but it's not gonna go much more than 6, maybe 7 after a couple of years, but I'm not gonna be a big spender. So I'm not gonna have to or be able to rank these up. And who knows, maybe even in the future, they'll be replaced with other 1 or 2 star gems. That we'll have to see. It also has to do with how the game improves over time. We already have spoken about how the game is getting better, how there are game modes that are coming that are not gonna require resonance, like the new Battle Royale style, which some people love, some people hate. I love it because it's a game mode that doesn't require resonance or any of your power. You drop in as a level 1. So I personally like it. Now let's give a little bit of love over here because the Immortals are actually, we are currently part of the Immortals inside of the game right now. So I'll give you guys a little look into who it actually is, and then we can actually check out their resonance. Fight Scrappy Knight. Fight Club won the Immortals. They brought in Scrappy and another clan, I believe, as well. And we are now the Immortals inside of the game. So this is really cool because I'm experiencing and getting to relive being an Immortal. And relive because if you take a look at the leaderboards over here, if you take a look, Scrappy Echoes, I believe we were the first ever Immortals inside of this server, and we reigned for 5 weeks, which is the 6th right now for the longest reign inside of the game. So the Scrappy Echoes back in the day used to be pretty powerful. Now we're pretty much a bit more casual than we were in the past, but it's really cool how this leaderboard is here for anyone that cares about that. But Wu-Tang, all right, I want to check out Wu-Tang. I want to see what his resonance is. By the way, we were running some Heliquary last night, or the night before, and he was very helpful and a super cool dude. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to the leaderboards over here. We're gonna go to the Infernal Battlegrounds and check it out. We have Wu-Tang right here. We were taking a look at Flex before. Now we're gonna take a look at Wu-Tang, and we're gonna see what his account looks like. Check it out. All 30'd out, all 15'd out. So he's maxed all of his gear. Question is, what do the gems look like? Mother's Lament, 2 star. He's not going with all of the 5 stars, as we saw Flex going with. Bottled Hope, Phoenix Ashes, Seeping Bile, Blood-Soaked Jade. He has here the Starfire Shard, Howler's Call, and Frozen Heart. Actually, this is the only one that he's using that is not a 5-star gem. Everything else is 5 stars. All, actually not all, mostly awakened slots. And if we take a look at his attributes, combat rating is 23,000. And then we look at his resonance, 6,700. And probably the best thing you get from resonance are these beautiful wings. I am never going to be able to experience wings like this. Actually, what kind of charm is he wearing? Let's see. 4%, 4%, 4%, 6%, 4, 4. Oh, and a 10% whirlwind damage. Check that out. That's something you don't see normally. So the things that we can grind in the game when we're not going to be focused on resonance are just grinding our gear up to max level, grinding our secondary gear by doing our challenge rifts and upgrading, really trying to re-roll our charm, do it for free and see what you can get, because remember, you get free platinum every single day, so it essentially is for free to roll the charm system. and then work on gems like this one, because this is really attainable for all of us. Work on your 2-star gems. Work on your 1-star gems. 1-stars are super easy to get to level 10. 2-stars take a bit more of a grind, but nothing near the grind that a 5-star gem will take. So resonance overall, how important is it inside of the game? Do you need huge resonance to enjoy Diablo Immortal? Absolutely not. You literally do not need to do that. Is it fun to have max level 5-star gems in all awakened slots filled with all gems like we saw in yesterday's video? By the way, if you missed it, go check it out. It was a pretty sick video. Yeah, that's cool, but it's going to cost you a pretty penny to get there, and it's not essential to enjoy the majority of the game. Now, the other issue that you have is, as you climb the ladder in Battlegrounds, you're going to start encountering players that are stronger, that have more resonance, that paid more money, and you're going to continuously be going through this progression of having to spend more to compete at higher levels. So for me, with my 1500 resonance, I could compete, and then they'll get to a level where I'm kind of stuck in Battlegrounds, if I played it that much, which I don't. When you get to that sticking point, of course, you can min-max your build. Put a build together that really is going to do the best possible against higher resonance players. That'll get you so far, but there's going to be a point where resonance just wins overall. And for you to progress, you're going to need to purchase more resonance or grind more resonance, depending on where you are. And in doing that, you're continuously hitting a wall as you climb up towards being some of the best inside of Battlegrounds. And that wall doesn't stop until you are max resonance. When you are max resonance, you'll eventually be fighting against other people who are also max resonance, which there are not many. So typically a max resonance player will dominate in PvP, especially if they're skilled, which I would say this: whales inside of the game are not just people spending money and not playing. They're spending money, they're playing, they're good at the game, they understand how to build out their character classes, and they are just solid players. They're not just people that throw money at the game and wish for the best. They know what they're doing. So if you don't want to spend a lot of money, don't worry about resonance, because it's going to be a continuous spending journey for you as you hit plateaus along the way. Shouldn't even call them plateaus. As you hit walls along the way that you have to then spend to push through those walls. Resonance is great. If you want to be a spender inside of the game, enjoy it. I think it's fun, but it does cost quite a bit of money. And there's tons of ways to enjoy the game without resonance at all. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's.